This is McBirdie, and welcome back to the next episode of Seduce Me. In the last episode, I kicked some serious devil ass. That is, until Malik's girlfriend intervened and she saved his butt, so I didn't get to beat him up like I wanted to, but he got some of what he had coming to him, I guess. Anyway, I guess the incubus is incubi. Shit, I need to stop doing that. I guess the incubus is finally... Man, I keep doing it. I'm sorry. The incubi are back. They found me in this strange abandoned warehouse. Yes, let's go. Let's find out what's happening.
Where is he? I swear I'm gonna...
Oh no, he's mad. Sam's mad, guys. Watch out. He's gone. Eris took him and left. They won't be coming back. It was also surreal. I was helped by a devil, but I quickly shook off the feeling. I was alive, and that was all that mattered. I fought to stay alive, and there I was. And I kicked some major ass. I'm so proud of myself. Good job, sad girl. Yeah. The boys tried to question me, but James cleared his throat, catching the attention of his brothers and me.
Let's just get you home, miss. There's nothing more to see here.
Altogether, we began to walk out of the warehouse back home. There was no way in hell anyone was going to find out about this. It was over. Malik's was gone and the boys were finally safe. A wave of relief ran through my body at the thought of never having to deal with the group again. At the same time, a ping of realization hit the back of my mind. The boys were only going to stay until after Malik's was defeated. That was our deal. As we approached home, I could feel something heavy weigh down my heart. It was late, but the boys led me inside and turned on the lights in the lobby.
Finally, we can relax.
It will be good to have some rest without devils breathing down our necks.
I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
Sure, buddy.
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
I looked at Damien, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know about my thoughts on the situation. Yeah, bed sounds good. I wanted to just end tonight. Too much had happened, and I felt dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping all of us from moving.
Should we be gone in the morning?
The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. They had remembered their deal and were now awaiting me to decide their fate. I gulped, face to face with the reality of the situation. The boys were leaving it up to me. They looked like they were willing to accept whatever I had demanded. It was only fair, though, after all that had happened. I looked to Matthew, feeling my heart flutter in my chest. I didn't want him to leave, but what would he ask to stay? But would he ask to stay? I hoped that he would say no and ask me to stay longer. As if he knew what I wanted, Matthew moved and stepped to me, taking my hands in his. He gently smiled at me and spoke.
I want you to know that you've been really generous to us, and I want to thank you for letting us stay here. But is it okay if we stay a little longer?
My heart skipped while a large red flush ran across my cheeks. The boy stared at Matthew wide-eyed, but didn't dare to speak out. Matthew stepped back to give me space, returning to where he was. I moved my gaze across each boy, trying to make a decision. If they left in the morning, I would never see them again and my life could return to normal. If I did decide to let them go, that would have been for the best. No goodbyes, no delays. But did I want to? They had done so much for me in such a small amount of time. Well, okay, but here, out of curiosity, what would happen if I let them go? Like, seriously, what would happen? Would something bad happen and force them to come back? I mean, man, so many choices. I mean, I feel bad, plus, it wouldn't be very interesting if they left, so let them stay. I wanted them to stay. Girl, we all know you wanted them to stay the whole time. Even if you told them to go, you deep down, you're gonna be like, but I want them to stay, but I should let them go. It's like, they're not like puppies. Or, I guess puppies is a bad example. They're not like a butterfly that you should set free. Deep. I'm really deep right now. I apologize. I shouldn't be deep on videos, but there you go. I wanted him to stay. I didn't realize we were just picking one man so early, but okay. I merely smiled, staring at the man I had come to have feelings for, before speaking at last. I would love it if you all could stay. The boys cheered tiredly, but nonetheless enthusiastically. I giggled at the sight. It was cute to see everyone so excited, despite the tiredness that ran equally through our bodies. Today was a rough day. My home is your home, as long as you can still help with the chores. The boys nodded in unison, agreeing to the terms I had set for them. Despite the good situation, I felt myself slowly slipping into unconsciousness. On your feet? Man, this girl is like the queen of fainting, I swear. It's kind of ridiculous. Oops. My bad. That was my fault. Sorry. However, James quickly clapped his hands together, getting everyone's attention and waking me up, making sure I didn't pass out on the floor. Thank you for that, because that would have sucked.
All right, everyone. We're all very tired, so let's head to bed, shall we?
Shall we?
Oh, yeah, sleep is actually a thing. Right.
Yeah, it really is.
We've had a very long day, but it will be good to just relax tonight and tomorrow.
Sleep sounds really good right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we all agree. We're all tired. I watched a happy smile grow into Matthew's lips. He shared my excitement, knowing that we would be together longer. Who knew how long we would stay together? All I cared about was that I would be with him. You're so freaking sappy. The others quickly left to finally rest, leaving me and Matthew alone at last. My heart fluttered a bit as Matthew practically skipped closer to me in excitement. It was really cute to see him that way, so I didn't do anything but smile.
Thank you so much for letting us stay.
You're welcome, Matthew. I'm happy to have you stay here. I watched his smile brighten a bit before he cleared his throat and chuckled a bit. I didn't know if it was the tiredness or my growing attachment to him, but I felt myself sway a bit on my feet. However, Matthew's face made it clear that he wanted to say something else, making me forget that my bed was also calling for me. Matthew nodded before holding out a hand to me.
Come on then. Let's get you to bed.
Oh, okay. I nodded before Matthew gently lifted me up into his arms like a bride and carried me to my room. Really? 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 We had to use that example, like a bride. Okay. I didn't want to leave his arms, leaning my head against Matthew's chest, but eventually I was slowly lowered to my bed and covered with my bed covers. I was still in my school clothes, but I was too tired to strip or care. I looked to Matthew, fighting a yawn from escaping me as he gently ran a hand over my hair.
Have a good night, okay? I'll make breakfast again in the morning.
I nodded with a tired smile before watching him slowly stand and leave my room, closing the door. A wave of happiness washed over me as I laid in bed. I made a good choice. Sure, it would be hard, but I could tell that I would be able to manage it. Help around the house and being with a man whom I was slowly starting to fall for would be worth it. I slowly felt my exhaustion take over. I let sleep consume me as I drifted into the darkness in my mind. Everything was peaceful. I was happy. Wait, what? Is this the end? Are you serious? No, that was ridiculously short. Wait, that's seriously the end? Oh my god, what?
You are an interesting creature.
Wait, this isn't the end, right? Were they... Who the hell's fucking with me? This is not the end? Why would you do that? Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I guess we're gonna keep going. I apologize if this goes over because I'm not sure what's happening next. So let's see what's going on, guys. Let's see. Whoa, that is not a good angle. That is not a good angle. That's a very awkward. That's not a good look for you. I opened my eyes to see a woman staring down at me with a very sly smirk on her face. I opened my mouth to scream in fright, but a hand quickly covered my mouth.
No screaming now. Too early, silly girl.
Okay. I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak, not having the strength to move and fight her off. What was going on, and why was she here?
Why do the boys like you? You're unique, yes, but that can't be all that you have going for you.
Rage began to consume my core again. This woman, whoever she was making me mad. She must have known as she let another smirk grow onto her face.
Ooh, you're feisty. That could be why.
Before I could bite her hand in anger, she removed her hand from my lips, standing up and staring down at me from her place next to my bed. I quickly sat up and glared daggers at the intruder. She was very beautiful, but I felt more anger than amazement. So wait, this isn't the end? What was with that weird, like, seduce me, loud blaring song, like it's the end of a... Was that just an episode? Is that what it was? That was the end of an episode? I never played one of these games before, so I'm just really confused. Is that normal? You know what? You guys let me know in the comments below if that's normal, because at first, like, that made me think it was the end of the game, and I was, like, surprised and didn't know what to do, because I wasn't expecting it to be over yet, but here you go. Who the hell are you, and why are you in my room? The woman began to laugh, making the rage inside me increase. I wanted to punch her, but I waited for her answer. Punch her.
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can call me Diana, little human.
Diana, dirty Diana. Diana? Demon? You're a demon? Why do I have to repeat the thing that happens in my head? I mean, I'm the friggin' narrator. I don't need to repeat the same thing that I just said in my head.
Am, but I'm much more than just an average demon.
I'm a sexy demon. What do you mean?
Silly girl. I'm a succubus.
Of course she is. God. Yep, come on. I'm wondering if she's an option in this game. Oops. Okay, I don't know why that keeps happening, guys, and I'm sorry. Every once in a while, it, like, double clicks. Okay. Diana crossed her arms under her bosom and looked at my body.
Well, you are pretty.
Thanks.
But you seem very reckless. Too reckless.
I moved out and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Oh, I just wanted to see who my competition was.
Competition? Okay. I need to stop doing that. Competition?
For the boys, of course. They don't belong here, and yet here they remain. I want to know why, and remedy this little issue.
I mean, it's not like they've been here that long, but okay. This girl was seriously pissing me off. Issue? What issue? They want to stay here so they can.
Silly, uneducated human. You don't understand the important roles these boys play in the abyssal planes. You keeping them here is practically imprisonment.
Okay, because it's totally my choice. I'm forcing them to stay here. You have about 10 seconds to leave.
Is that a threat? How cute. What are you going to do? Kill me?
Do we have to go there? I never mentioned that I was going to kill you. And if I do?
You barely have the strength to stand, little human. I can rip the rest of your energy out and knock you into a coma. You'll never be able to wake up again.
Touch me and I'll...
Enjoy every minute of it.
'Cause she's a succubus. Yeah. I felt my body freeze and heat up to almost a painful haze. My mind began to feel fuzzy as Diana stepped to me and caressed my cheek.
Now, you're going to listen to everything I say without any questions. Got it?
And this is gonna be an awkward place to stop it, but I went over time as is, thinking this was the end of the game, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. Please be sure to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this game so far and how silly I was to think that that was the end of the game already, because it's like, come on, that would have been too short. But yeah, if you want to complain to me, you can complain to me. That'll be fun. Yeah, I like it when people complain to me. Anyways, and if you don't mind and you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let your friends know, spread it around, spread this disease that's called YouTube. Let them know that I'm pretty cool to watch playing games. And thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next episode, I'll catch y'all later. Bye!